first? Obviously,
training.
You're doing 20 kilometres a day.
You're going off piste now. I didn't have that first, did I? All right, I'll go with you.
Yeah, let's go with me on this. Training.
Dearie me. Right, training, yes. Well, this had to step up as the time grew nearer, obviously.
Yeah.
So we've done lots of walking. Good friend of mine, Sandra, she did a big long walk with me in September. We followed a route planned out by my son Harrison, who knows the moor like the back of his hand, so that was lucky. He planned out a route, gave us all the compass points and all of that. And we walked, for any of you that know the moor, we walked from Ivybridge across the moor to a little village called Meavy. And that was 18 miles.
Was it 18 miles?
Yeah.
I did a little video, didn't I? On the,
you did a video.
Off on that.
You did. Yeah, it was really good fun. Yeah, we did a video.
Yes.
So we got to Meavy and we got looked after by a lovely lady and her husband in Calisham Farm.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say thank yous to individuals, but I just have to with this one.
I think it's nice you do.
Yeah, well, because I didn't want to say thank you to particular people because I didn't want to leave anybody out. But the lovely owners of Calisham Farm looked after us so well. And do you know what? The lady's name is escaped. Esme. It's come back to me now.
Yes.
Must have got stage fright. Esme and Brian.
Yes.
I
think you met. I'm going to mention here, like, when you went across there, you met up with Baz Gray. Let's give a mention. People don't know Baz Gray last year. He's an Arctic explorer. Okay. Now last year he's the first person to trek across the Antarctic to the South Pole, whole bit of it unsupported, without dog team or anything like that.
Yeah. Shall I tell you how he describes it? It's unsupported, unassisted. Oh, there's another one. Oh, see, I've got stage fright. He's gone.
You're with me. I calm you down. You're all right.
Yeah.
He may be popping into the studio because he's bringing your gadget, isn't he? I think it's a solar charger.
He is just looking after me in lots of different ways.
But if you Google Baz Gray, anybody, you look at his name. Fantastic efforts that he's done. He's going on another thing, isn't he? Next year, he's a former Marine. They like to say former, not an ex-Marine, because they still are Marines. Now he gave you lots of tips and advice.
He did. We met one time, didn't we?
Yeah.
A local coffee shop, shall we say?
Yeah.
And Baz.
Fortune.
Yeah. It cost you a fortune. You got a parking ticket.
That's it.
So Baz gave me tips about, everything, what to wear, what to eat, what to do beforehand. That was the main thing.
Because planning's very essential, isn't it, if you're going to be doing this?
Yeah, definitely.
Out there, the planning. And I noticed on the top of your list there with the fundraising and spreading the word. Let's go back to there. All the events you've done.
Yeah, so I've done small and large events over the past 10 months, all kinds of things, from pub quizzes to little tombolas. I've got my Just Giving page. I've been out and about talking to people. People have literally given me money in the street. I've had articles in the newspaper, the Beacon magazine, the iMag magazine. Yeah. Just getting out there, really. Yeah. Being a bit of a pest. People are starting to avoid me now, I think.
Big play. Do you want another factoid?
Oh, go on then.
People are sending me cream for me factoids now. I don't think they understood the meaning of the word.
Dear me.
Right. The Sahara Desert is the world's largest hot desert and the third largest desert behind Antarctica and the Arctic, because those polar regions are also deserts, you see.
Yeah, they are. It's weird.
Obviously located in North Africa, it covers large sections of the continent, right? Now, the size of it is comparable to the area of China or the United States. So the Sahara Desert is as big as China, or it's comparable to, yeah.
That's why Sandra always stops me in my tracks when I say we're walking the Sahara Desert. She says, no, a bit of it, Beverly.
Yeah, and the size of the thing, and it covers 8% of the Earth's land area.
You're not scaring me at all.
I'm working on it. Now, do you want to know how hot it is? Because everyone thinks desert's hot, isn't it? Now, I just love the film Carry On Camel.
Oh, dear.
Carry on up the desert or up the Khyber or whatever, because I just like Carry On films.
Yeah, but I've got to stay away from camels because I didn't have my rabies jab, so I didn't have.
I had 4 of those. I got bitten by a bat this year. That's another story.
Oh,
right, the annual average temperature, the hottest temperature there was 58 degrees C. That's warm enough for you, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be
With
lovely.
little rainfall, half of the Sahara Desert, which is the size of China, receives less than 1 inch of rain every year.
I won't need my brolly then. That's all right then. Thank you.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, terrified.
About things?
I'm not terrified of the trek, but I'll come on to that later, actually.
Yeah.
My highs and lows section.
Because it's all about the planning. I think if you plan well, you're going to be more safe and secure in your mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've taken Baz's advice on the planning side of it, and getting organised from day one, really. Yeah. Charity Challenge are amazing. They keep us up to date with what we need to do. They send us regular emails saying, right, you need to do this now, and you need to, not as in planning like the walk or anything like that, but just making sure documents and that sort of thing. And they ask us about food and intolerances or anything like that. Yeah. So part of the planning as well has been to print these documents, and I've got them all in a folder, at home, all safe and secure. Not read any of them yet, mind, but I will have to do that.
Yeah.
I've been buying equipment, but I'll tell you more about that later on.
Yes.
If Lester lets me follow my little plan.
Absolutely.
One of the things that Baz said to do was start using the equipment. And I think that's really good advice. I've been walking around in my new walking boots around work.
What size are you, Beverly?
3.
Size 3. I
Size
just want to
3.
establish it.
Teeny tiny
You're going to have to
feet.
do a lot more steps than a lot of the people.
I am,
there.
You always laugh at me for that.
No, you're cute. You're a little pocket rocket, I call you.
So yeah, I've been planning in all kinds of different ways for the actual trek. Yeah. I've been logging my steps as well. Somebody very kindly let me borrow a Fitbit a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. So I've been logging those. The maximum at the moment is 16,000, but obviously when I went over them more, that would have been a lot more.
Yeah, 16,000 steps on your little pedometer.
It bleeps when I get to 12,000, so I know I'm doing all right.
That's just sort of your top minimum or something to aim for, yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we're coming to the top of the hour on the Charity Show, the number 1 on internet radio in the world. Time for another of these.
The Tracks of My Life.
Track number 3 in our desert island here in Banbarton, our studios of Omnium Radio. And if you are listening, there's lots of fantastic shows apart from mine. And if you want to listen in, you go to our website, www.omniumradio.online. Another way of doing it, if you like, is use radio streaming apps, which are free downloads, and you can listen in the car, listen anywhere, those. And on your laptop, etc. Okay, Beverly, back to you with track number 3.
Well, funnily enough, this changed just this morning, just before, as I was coming out of work to get my chauffeur-driven escort up to Dame Hannah's in the form of Lester, because I'm too well known apparently now to drive myself into the studio.
You can wave at the people from the back, can't you?
Yes, a friend of mine, Mick McCluskey, comes in on a Friday morning and plays football with our guys. And just as I came out, he was playing this track, and I just said, "Oh no, I need that one, don't I?" And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is in the title, which I'll tell you in a minute. And the other one is it's by a group called H2O. And on Baz's advice, I have been walking around work wearing my Camelback, which for those of you that don't know, it's a water
For those
container.
Watching in black and white, she's actually sporting it now. Now it's a sort of a flowery little backpack.
It doesn't have to be a flowery backpack.
With what looks like some sort of medical tube coming out of it, and I don't too sure where you insert that.
No, I drink my water out of it, so I've got to drink lots of water, which is H2O, obviously.
Yes.
And the title of the track is I Dream to Sleep.
That's right.
I think.
Yeah, Dream to Sleep. Let's have a listen to this.